Welcome back. The two brothers play Outer Wilds. Man, we were going back and watching. So at this point, the first few episodes have started airing, and there was a moment where Peter got right up to the mic and screamed, and we finally watched it.
Dead silence.
No audio came through because of my sound blocker. He was so loud that nothing went through. So I've protected all of you guys from that.
I was just testing his mic.
So what were you talking about before we began? Oh, also new recording setup. If it sounds weird, tell me I fucked up. But yeah, you were saying something about what you were thinking going into this run, where your mindset was all the exploration and everything.
I mean, we'll see what happens, because, you know, ADHD, I'll probably latch onto something and run off in that direction. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go to Bramble Hollow.
And you said you were dancing around one of the places.
Yeah, I'm kind of dancing around the Hourglass project because I sort of figure that's endgame stuff once we start getting into that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also tryring to gather all the information around it.
Watch the screen when you wake up. You can see that we have 4 eyes the way the eyes open.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the little black bars on the sides.
But I also want to see the other space travelers. And I know there's a lot going on Giant Steep I haven't experienced yet either. So I know there's stuff I still haven't seen, and I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. So you want to thoroughly explore everything else before you go to Hourglass.
Because I know that's going to be a super heavy planet with stuff going on.
Yeah. God, this game is wonderful. Like, come on, man, you're on the clock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're gonna die in 22 minutes.
My lungs are in desperate need of legal substances.
Hey, it is legal substances.
I still think YouTube's weird about it, though. I don't know if we can just, like...
Yeah, probably is.
actively talk about it. I don't really know.
But I mean, I uploaded an entire playthrough of Scorn with only one video being flagged as inappropriate, so... I don't understand YouTube at all. And I know exactly why it got flagged as inappropriate, because I stared at a pair of titties a little too long. I was walking along, I'm like, what is that? That's titties. Oh, I shouldn't look at that. But, I started looking back and forth, because I was like, well, I'm trying to look at what's happening around the titties.
I cannot wait to play Scorn.
Oh yeah, Peter super wants to play Scorn, which, God, check out my by the time this goes up, my full playthrough of that is out. I fucking love that game. I've been reading the art book and figuring out a lot more of what happened, but I can't actually talk about that right now because Peter's gonna play through.
It's another one of those games that I've done everything I can to avoid information on because I just knew I was gonna play it as soon as I saw that it was coming out.
Yeah. I've generally stopped watching, anything. If I know I want to play, or if I know if I even have a passing interest, I stop watching. Like, I watched no trailers in Starfield. Because I know I'm going to eventually play Starfield. Not when it comes out, because fuck that. But I'm going to eventually play Starfield, and there's not a doubt in my mind that I will.
Oh, would you look at that?
You want to visit it?
How do I...
All the controls are on the side there.
Got the photo. Might as well visit it while I'm here and looking at it, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love this game. Man, I cannot wait. Riven's getting remade by the people who remade Myst.
That is so exciting. I think I have the 3rd one for Xbox now.
Yeah.
I bought it when I was buying things and just haven't played it yet.
I really hope that they start remaking all of them so we can get all 5 Myst games on like a modern thing.
That's so much to ask for, but I can't even tell you how badly I want that. I love Myst so much and I want to play the rest of them.
The way you landed was fucking... let me go face first and then slow down before I crash.
You know what? One of you motherfuckers was talking shit about the way I fly my spaceship. Get fucked.
I've been sending Peter all the comments. If you make a comment, I send it to Peter to get his response, and I give his response alongside mine in the response.
Fire came out. Oh, it's okay. I'll pin it with my leg over here. There we go. Or not.
Loose wires. The new
That
setup
shouldn't be a problem.
the new setup results in a little bit more loose wire shit going on than before, but I think it's overall a better recording setup.
So I found that quantum grove. What's that quantum signal? Quantum signal come from somewhere on the hourglass twins, which I'll get there eventually. The 6th location, I want to get there, right? To explore the 6th location. Yep.
Just reviewing some of your notes, because this is a new recording session.
Yeah.
We haven't brought that up yet. Yeah, this is a whole new recording session.
White Wall Station. Just further investigate the high energy lab in the canyon at Ember Twins Equator. More stuff going on at the Ash Twin Project. So there's just a lot of stuff dancing around the Ash Twin projects that I need to figure out. I knew that's what was happening too.
So, what's some of your thoughts? What do you think of the Nomai?
Oh, I mean, obviously there's some super advanced spacefaring race. Something happened and they launched escape pods and they wound up here. Who knows where the rest of them wound up? They wound up studying quantum stuff. I don't know how else to explain that, I guess. And disappeared somewhere. And from what I can gather, I think 2 or 3 of them are still caught in the loop like I am. But I don't know.
All right.
What
do you think
also,
of
2 or 3 statues still exist that could contain more people.
So you believe their statues are tied to the loop?
Oh, of course the statues are tied to the loop. It's what downloaded my brain so that I can keep being brought back.
All right.
And the masks floating in that chamber in one of the Ash Twin Project slab that I've looked at, because that's what that is. It shows the inside of the vault of the masks that contain our memories.
And I like you piecing together things. Man, there's things I can't wait for you to see in this. Man,
I still haven't even really been around the settlement down in Brittle Hollow.
No.
Damn.
Man, I'm trying to not too heavily mention the series of me and Arm playing it. Which, if those are wondering where that went,
every video.
Do I?
Yep.
If those are wondering where it went, it's just me and Arm haven't been able to record together. But there's one moment I can't wait for you to get to. That
I did that. Oh, on Ember Twin.
Another one.
Ah.
So yeah, because the Hourglass twins, Ash and Ember.
Yeah.
But there's a moment I can't wait for you to see that for me was fucking mind blowing, and I was so upset when I got there, and Arm was like, "Okay, let's go," and I was like, "Huh? That was so cool, though." Ugh. Yeah, these notes are very helpful for reviewing things.
Yeah. So that one's okay. Okay. Assuming that one's in the deep.
So what do you think of that thing?
What?
The thing you're looking at the notes on?
That
orbital probe cannon.
Honestly, I don't know.
What purpose do you think it was supposed to have? Your notes might actually have it in it. Probe remains on space station.
Orbital probe cannons created precise location of the Eye of the Universe. That's what it was. So they shot that to find the Eye of the Universe. I wonder if that's what leads to the sun blowing up, because there's still that space station flying around the sun I haven't gotten to either. So there's still so many pieces to this puzzle I haven't scratched yet. That have big implications. I have a lot of it put together, but there's big gaps that I still need to fill.
And that's why I'm trying to ask you questions to get you to review stuff I know you found to make sure you don't
construction yard on Giant Steep.
Yeah, and that's why the orbital probe cannon is orbiting that planet, because that's where they built it.
And now I'm going to here, the thorny place. Dark Bramble, that's what it's called. Alright, okay.
Yeah, you got Timber Hearth, Dark Bramble, Brittle Hollow, Hollow's Lantern,
Giant Steep,
the Interloper. I love that as a name for a comet.
So yeah, it's super cool because it interlopes every now and then. It's not part of the active solar system, really.
Yeah.
Oop, no wait, what am I doing? immediately forgetting what I'm doing. That's another thing I need to do is go to that other satellite flying around the solar system. So many things to explore.
Why do you want to visit that?
Just to check it out.
Just to check it out.
I'm sure there's a good reason. I wonder what that was.
It was outside of the... When you launch it out of the clouds, you can't take pictures anymore.
Oh, okay.
If it's out in space, it doesn't communicate, and if you're in space and you launch it at the planet, it doesn't communicate anymore. The clouds sort of stop the signal from going through.
So, nothing new here. We know this. Same information we already understand.
Which is?
I need to go to the 6th place. Oh, it's telling me to follow the rules that I learned here, which, how do I use my... There we go. These things move, I think. That was in Giants Deep. What did I learn in Giants Deep?
The lesson of quantum imaging.
Yes, taking a picture.
Take a picture. What did you learn at that one?
What did I learn at that one? Oh god, my memory is Swiss cheese, people.
Yeah. It's also been a couple weeks. Well, it'll be in your notes.
Yeah, that's I'm running off to my ship to go.
That's why I kept pausing, right? You were trying to check your notes.
How do I do that?
You can only check it in your ship.
Only in my ship? Okay.
Yeah. It's I think a very good limitation.
Could do it outside. So be over here in the quantum shit.
So yeah, you're picking up on what all the categories. So purple is quantum. What do you think the other colors mean?
Quantum, Ash Twin Project, the settlement, one of the escape pods.
I will say gray is meaningless transitional.
Okay.
So gray means like, oh, it correlates to like something tertiary to other things.
Our space travel, or radio at least, at the very least.
Do you remember what you saw at the radio tower?
There's something going on with the satellite, and I don't really understand what.
You can take a look right now, I think. It might tell you in the thing.
Oops. I know there was something funny with one of the pictures. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
That's all I really
So you might have to re-look at those or something.
This is the orbital probe cannon, and then the gray stuff just isn't colored in yet.
Or the gray is like, it's transitional between other categories, or it's tertiary to a category. It means it's not pertain, like, you know, the gray stuff is connecting to the probe cannon, because it led you there and they connected, but it doesn't actually heavily have to do with it per se, or it may have to do with multiple things at once.
I feel like there's a lot that I haven't figured out here.
How the gray on the left connects to both purple and orange.
All have big cards, like the Quantum Moon is a big card, the Ash Twin Project is a big card, and the Orbital Cannon is a big card.
Mm-hmm.
So those are obviously the central points. I don't have a big card here, and I don't have a big card here. So what all my understanding here now is telling me is there's a lot for me still here left to learn. At least big things.
There's a fan modding community that I'm super excited to get into at some point.
The reason I came over
where there's like people making like expansions to the story, like fan-made continuations and stuff, or new stuff.
Is this the one I want?
Yeah.
Is this the one telling me about the 6th location?
Oh yeah, yeah. Remember the final rule: to explore the 6th location, the shrine must be on the moon's north pole.
Yeah. So that was okay. So it's telling me, oh, they disappear and reappear when you look at them. So telling me that the moons will disappear and reappear. It's telling me, oh, you got to take a picture of it if you want to go and land on it. And then it's telling me, oh, it's got to be on the North Pole if you want to go to the 6th location. Yeah, that's what I'm learning here.
We have the dogs in us in here with us like always. Careful when your time's ticking when you are not in your notes.
Yeah. Oh, but when I am in my notes, it's not. That's very good to know. I figured it was still ticking.
You can actually turn on an option to make it still tick.
Oh, so like when I read.
But by default, it's not. When you're reading, it stops ticking.
This isn't the same one I've already seen, is it?
What's the one you've already seen?
What do you mean, Brian? It's the exact same looking ship, but on a different quantum moon. I'm assuming it's the same ship, though. I'm here after wandering the skies for so long. I'm about to stand for the first time on the quantum moon. Expected my shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. Yeah, so this is the same.
But if it's the same thing, why is it on a separate quantum moon?
Because it's the same quantum moon.
Then why does it look different?
Because it's in different locations? I don't fucking know, Brian.
I'm just giving you questions to ask.
Don't fuck with that.
I don't want to fly off with it.
Learned my lesson last time. So that's the South Pole. I want the tower to be on the North Pole if I want to go to the 6th location. I'm assuming I can't have it on the North Pole here, though. Considering all the brambles.
And when you landed on it on Giant's Deep,
there was a whole nother thing going on there.
It was a tornado.
Yeah, so I gotta go...
When you landed on Brittle Hollow, there was an ice wall in the way.
Yeah, so I wonder if there's the right planet. The Ash Twin Project is probably choosing that planet for a reason. Now...
I don't think you've landed on the Timber Hearth variant of the Quantum Moon.
You're totally right. You're totally right. Every time I've seen it pop up, I miss my opportunity. Totally right.
Yeah, it's just the Hourglass Twins and Timber Hearth variants you get to see.
Yeah.
I like this Quantum Moon a lot. Like the way it looks. Hey, dead person. I find it interesting that your ship doesn't get quantumed around like everything else does. And I wonder if it's because you're always tracking its position.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I think because it's communicating its position to you at all times, it doesn't get forcibly moved like other things here do.
Maybe. That's definitely a good theory to work off
Or
of.
has everything else, or is it just because it hasn't been here long enough?
Right, so it's not actually affected by the area. Or is it because of some of the technology that they scavenged and put into it?
If it gets picked up, there's people setting off fireworks because we're recording this near 4th of July.
That was just right there again.
I love how this planet looks.
Really doubt it'll get picked up.
It's like, immediately, what can you extrapolate from this here appearance?
Well, clearly, this destroyed a planet that was here. And has sent seeds off to, I think, every other planet.
They mentioned on the moon that they were like, oh, the ice here is clearly from the planet Brittle Hollow destroyed.
Yeah.
It's like, your people even knew Brittle Hollow destroyed a planet, really, which I think is interesting.
I mean, they probably watched the event happen.
It's so cool.
What is there to land on? Oh, I have to go in, don't I?
Ice speed. It's a very cool looking one.
Oh, my phone just died. Yeah, can you see if your plug is the same as mine?
Yeah. I actually never plugged my phone in. I hope it's not too close to dead. It's at 19%. Well, your phone's more important. You're the one who has,
a wife and an infant child.
Yeah. Alright, you're now plugged in and charging. I love the shape of this one. Because I love the funny shape of this planet, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
Man, every time I look at my mic and I don't see my red blinking light, I panic, because the red blinking light faces you now with the current setup. You broke the landing camera. There's no gravity holding you to it. The gravity's not strong enough to pin you down at this distance. This ice is so far from the core, it is not affected by gravity.
And...
there it is. That's a landing. That's actually a landing. You can hear the difference in touchdown. I believe, I could be wrong, Gravity 0.2. I think it's the one of the lowest gravities for a planetoid.
That would definitely make sense.
Despite being so much larger than a lot of the other, than some of the ones that have higher gravity.
Yeah.
Not gonna try and fix the errors on the ship.
I thought I just did.
Oh, maybe you did and I just didn't notice.
There we go.
That.
Ooh. Came in a little hotter than I meant to.
That's terrifying. Oh, your controller came detached.
Oh god, I was like, why can't I take pictures? What's happening?
It's because your wire came loose, that's why.
Oh god. Come on.
Come on. I wonder what the hell is up. Why does it keep coming loose only when we're playing this? Because on your PlayStation
It never does
happens.
that, yeah. It's like not even working anymore.
It's not on the computer
There we
end.
go, it's working.
It's so weird.
Oh dear
What?
god, it looks like a giant angler.
Hyperboost button. Oh no, you're good. That was horrific.
That was true fear.
Observe the button.
Yes, yes, this is what it's like when you enter the anus.
Oh, I wish. Man, today at work, I had to
I'm
label.
thinking my ship is what I'm gonna have to take into here.
I had to label some cakes, and I asked like, "Oh, what's this cake called in the system?" It's called the split cake, and my brain was immediately like, "Oh, split cake. Wish that were me."
Oh. Apparently, I held it. Well, that's okay. I'm just gonna nut up and fly my ship in.
I'm starting to get a nut up when flying into the anus.
Oh, nope, it's still broken. Oh, those ones are loud.
Yeah, if you hear fireworks popping, like I said, sorry.
Oh,
We're
Rainbow, you're
recording this
okay.
close to the 4th. Oh.
Yep, that's terrifying.
What do you mean? I'm gonna sneeze. There it is.
There's my man.
Navigating via sound. There's mods for defogging this planet.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, which I think lame thing to do in playing, but a cool thing to do.
To explore it. and
Yeah, when
check
you're
it out.
dissecting things. And I will say, because we're never ever gonna find it, there's an Easter egg referencing another game by the publishers of this game, buried somewhere in this planet, but it's like, we're never gonna find it. Oh god, the way it rotated as you got close. Oh. That makes me uneasy.
What?
Oh, if you hit much velocity, it'll stop you in your place here.
I know. So that's how I've been maneuvering. Oh my lord.
What?
The portals within portals here, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
So these, then what's the red one mean?
You recognize that?
I don't.
It's the seed that landed on your home world.
So that's the harmonica of the guy who went missing, right?
Remember when you listened to the seed on your home world? It also made the harmonica sound.
Right. So is that seed just making the harmonica sound? Or do they both lead to the same place? They probably both lead to the same place. Well, coming for you, homeboy.
Gonna try and fly in. Don't think you can fit in that. You just punctured a hole in your suit.
So can I not go in there?
No. Too small space and too spiky. I do appreciate that your first instinct was to try and fly headlong into there.
I had to save my homie. So then, do I have to go in the one on the planet?
You can't go into the one on your homeworld either, though.
So then, how do I get here? Gotcha, bitch! Oh. Oh.
2 duplicate signals.
Well,
very cool, right?
This is a conundrum that I am ready to explore. I'm glad I just picked this planet to go to.
Oh. Straight up on a whim, because you're just like, I haven't explored this one yet.
Ah, that one's big enough to fly through. Whoop, whoop.
So I wonder, is this just a more grown version of the seeds, or is this something else?
What?
The thing you're flying into. Is it just what the seeds look like when they grow really big, or is it just like a different part of the same plant?
I think these are parts of one giant plant that can quantumly expand, basically. Because these are quantumly linked pieces of the same plant, I would assume. Because this has a lot to do with quantum stuff. I made it.
Hell yeah.
How do I hold left bumper and use the right? There we go. That is something I have not learned how to do yet.
Yeah, I've actually kind of noticed that you never do, but I never pointed it out. This feels ominous, just looming your ship over him like that.
Can I
Hey there.
Can I not get past these trees? What's happening here?
I don't think you can. I think if the teeth in the trees make too tight of a hole to fly past.
Alright, I'm just gonna land right here.
You're not landed. Now you're landed. More or less.
Yeah, technically speaking.
In a sense.
Hey, buddy. His spaceship, his helmet's different.
It's got a gravestone.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I had just taken a sip of my drink when I noticed it. I love his thing. Now, if you recall, they mentioned he was the first spaceman.
Yeah, I do remember. I do.
So that's the oldest design right there.
Yeah.
And you notice it looks kind of like a flight helmet.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's like a flight suit.
Whoa. Where do you come from? No one's come here in, well, ever actually. That makes you the second Hearthian to ever reach the Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done.
Shit, man, I came for you.
Hey, it's you. They made you an astronaut? You haven't blown yourself up yet? Good for you. I mean, it depends on your definition of blowing myself up.
Have you been here in Dark Bramble this whole time? All this time?
Depends on how long all this time is. I've been here a while, I guess. Ever since I crashed my ship into... that is, ever since my daring escape from the jaws of an anglerfish.
Tell me more about your flying prowess.
You flatter me. I like it. My story goes like this. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep, and I wanted to try my hand out at Dark Bramble, seeing as no one had ever been there before. Getting around the Dark Bramble was easy, mind you. Once you've dodged one massive interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, you've dodged them all. But after a while, I ran into this huge anglerfish. You've seen them. Big, gnarly things. And this was one of the biggest ones I'd ever seen. I pull a few stunts, try and shake the thing off, Nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and... well, like I said, I crashed. Blammo! On impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside. And I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely get out of there before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor friend's ship. My poor friend.
My poor fried ship.
Fried ship, yeah.
And I'm unplugged.
God damn it.
Thought I figured out a way. Oh, you know what?
If you're hearing funny sounds, this is wire brushing against the mic.
Now?
There you go.
I don't think it'll come unplugged.
It's all about reducing the slack.
Yep.
I camped out near where I crashed at first. I found this skeleton later. Great find. Would have been stupid not to use it. So, I moved my setup over here and planted the emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since.
Emergency tree seeds. Genius. I love all the little details of their space travel.
Yeah.
Also
if you look around your ship, you got things like tins of marshmallows.
Yeah, I
and
noticed
stuff.
that. I bet I have emergency tree seeds too if I look. Oh no.
What? Heard the sound? You're not half bad yourself, making it here in one piece. Anyway, that's how it all went down, Hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire a while.
Yeah, you too, homie.
Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere.
No, it's not.
Anything else you wanted?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, yeah, it moved back to the top. Yeah.
Well, I found Feldspar. I'll have to go back and talk to him again.
So, fun fan theory. Actually, no, this isn't one of the things I read. This is the thing I theorized. I had an idea of what if...
So it's a fan theory.
Yeah. I wonder if every single different pocket you enter is the core of a different planet it killed.
That's an interesting idea.
I wonder if your supernova just fried the entire plant system.
Right, because it's connected to that one.
Yeah.
Cycle 16.
Yeah, I hope everybody's enjoyed.
We'll be going back out to Bramble, Dark Bramble again next video.
Learn the names. Oh, God, I fucking love this game.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Alright, well, I'll see all you back in a week. If you've been enjoying it, I appreciate a subscription and ringing the little bell, and in just a moment, end cards should be appearing. Click one of those to watch more of my videos. Love all you very, very much, and ta-ta for now. You know, one time I came blood.